Well, a very good evening to you all. Hope you all had a fantastic weekend and hope you are thoroughly looking forward to our latest Monday Night Speedway broadcast. We will be going racing in a few minutes' time, but first of all, let me point you in the direction of the official British Speedway news sources. First of all, the official website, speedwaygb.co.uk. That's the latest place to head for all the latest news and views. Plenty of archive material for you to browse through on there as well. And keep in touch, keep interacting with us on our social media channels. Give us a follow on Twitter at SpeedwayGB. You can search SpeedwayGB on Facebook and like the page on there. Give us a follow on Instagram at Official British Speedway and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search Speedway Great Britain. Time for tonight's Monday Night Speedway broadcast then. And tonight we are heading back just over 12 months to July 2019 to the National Speedway Stadium in Manchester and a 2019 Premiership fixture between the Bellevue Aces and the Ipswich Witches. And just to give you a bit of context before we run you through the two teams, Bellevue Aces, they were coming into this one having suffered a home defeat at the hands of the Poole Pirates the previous time out in Manchester. And the visitors on this occasion, the Ipswich Witches, they claimed a consolation league point on their visit to the NSS earlier in the season. So it was shaping up to be a fascinating contest. And let's remind you of the two 1-7s that night now. Starting with the host, the Bellevue Aces, their skipper went at number 1. It was Max Frick with Jamin Lidsey at number 2. Dan Bewley was at 3 with Steve Worrell at number 4. Kenneth Pierre went at 5 with the Aces 2 reserves. 6, it was Dimitri Berger, and debutant Tero Arnio went at number 7. For the Ipswich Witches, they were led at number 1 by Chris Bomber Harris with Richard Lawson going at number 2. Their captain Danny King was at 3 with Cameron Heaps at number 4. Christian Piszek was at 5 with the Witches 2 reserves, Edward Kennett at number 6 and Jake Allen at number 7. So as I'm sure you will already know, fantastic racing every time at the National Speedway Stadium, and this fixture was no different, as we are about to find out. So let's head to Manchester for heat number 1 and let's go racing.
Riders on track then for heat number 1 at a rather damp National Speedway Stadium this evening. Hopefully the rain won't amount to very much and we can get 15 heats of Premiership action through. And as you can see, riders at the starting takes, well, 3 of them at least, for this opening race this evening. We're awaiting the man that will line up in the yellow helmet colour off the inside gate, Richard Lawson for the Ipswich Witches. Lawson now obliges, arrives at gate number 1 and will take you through the full lineup for the inside. Richard Lawson goes in yellow, gate number 1. Gate 2 in the blue helmet colour, it is Jamin Lidsey. In white, gate number 3 for the Ipswich Witches is Chris Harris, and off the outside in the red helmet colour it is Max Frick. Referee this evening is Chris Gay. So 15 heats of Premiership action about to get underway. They come to order heat number 1. Next fly, where they go. Start from the man on the inside, Richard Lawson. He gets to the first corner. Harris drops through on the inside of Jamin Lidsey. Here comes Max Frick from wide, and Frick goes from 4th to 2nd. He'll line up Richard Lawson here, throwing it out wide on the top corner. But Lawson riding down low. Takes it up. Frick charging hard in 2nd. Harris trying to repel the challenge of Jamin Lidsey. Track riding not too bad given the rain that's falling, but Frick, he wants to storm his way around the outside here of Lawson. Is there enough grip out wide? 2 races in one to begin here this evening. Lawson under pressure from Max Frick. Harris just about shaking off Jamin Lidsey as they head down the back straight. Frick with immense pace. Here he goes round the outside of Richard Lawson. Fine action to begin. Can Max Frick go around the outside of the Ipswich man? Absolutely nothing between them. Lawson down low, Frick committed to the outside, trying to build up his pace, roared up by the Aces fans, and Frick takes the lead. Fabulous stuff on the captain. Max Frick from 4th to 1st in the opening race of the night. Frick with a storming ride. Max Frick wins it. Richard Lawson home for 2nd. 3rd goes to Chris Harris. A share race to begin, but what some fine action in the first race. Max Frick would not be denied there. Didn't get away too cleanly from the outside, but built up his pace over all 4 laps. Hunted down Richard Lawson, bided his time, and then saw his opportunity as they're heading down the back straight for the final time. Fabulous stuff from Max Frick in the opening race here this evening. He'll head back to the pits. Great stuff from the captain. Frick with a win. Richard Lawson for second. Third goes to Chris Harris. A shared race in heat number 1.
60.50. Quick one to start. Second in yellow was Richard Lawson. Third in white, Chris Harris. 3 to the aces, 3 to the aces.
Straight on to heat number 2, the reserves race. A strong pairing for the visitors with Edward Kennett and Jake Allen. Their pairing in this one. The full lineup from the inside in the red helmet colour for the Rentrock Aces. It is Dimitri Berger, gate 2 in white, Ed Kennett. Gate 3 in blue, making his debut for the Aces. It is Tero Arneo, and off the outside in yellow, it will be Jake Allen. So fine action to begin here this evening. I'm sure Arneo will be keen to impress on his home debut. Has performed well in the past here at the National Stadium. So a continental feel to the Aces bottom end with Berger and Arneo. As we say, strong pairing for Ipswich. One of the reasons they are flying high, they dropped David Velago to introduce Ed Kennett. Order for heat number 2. Let's fly where they go. Start off gate 2 for Ed Kennett. Kennett gets to the first corner and Jake Allen as well. And it's the Witches that show 1 and 2. It's Berger giving chase. Arneo at the back. So strong starts for the Witches pair. Ed Kennett making the count off the gate number 2 position. Jake Allen from the outside there to join his team partner. Berger trying hard in third. But looking good here for the Witches. It's there down the back straight for the second time. Kennett riding down low, his team partner. Jake Allen trying to come around the outside of him. Kennett, I don't think knows that it is Jake Allen. It's on his tailpipe. Berger's not too far away. Can Berger emulate Frick and put the bike in the right place here? Berger, I think, has got a bit more pace than Jake Allen. He's throwing it out wide to go through with a lap to go. So looking good for the here. Kennett and Lawson, and Allen rather. Making no mistakes. Fast starts from them both, and despite Berger's best efforts, the Witches will bring home a 5-1 match. Kennett wins it. Second man home was Jake Allen. Third goes to Dimitri Berger. Disappointment on his debut for Tero Arneo. Well, strong pairing, as we say, for Ipswich, and they proved it there. Ed Kennett and Jake Allen just comparing notes as they come round on a lap of honour. Just 1 or 2 Witches fans that have made the long journey up from Suffolk this evening on a rather damp Monday evening. But they will have enjoyed that. Ed Kennett, fine stuff from him, and Jake Allen as well. So Kennett with a win, Jake Allen for second, third went to Dimitri Berger, a 5-1, and after 2 races here, 4 to the Rentrock Bellevue Aces and 8 to the Ipswich Witches.
5 to the Witches, which brings the score after 2 heats. The Bellevue Rentrock Aces 4, Ipswich Witches 8, 4-8.
Riders at the takes for heat number 3. Once again, a strong pairing for the Witches in this one. From the inside in the white helmet colour, it is Danny King. Gate 2 in blue, it will be Steve Worrell. Gate 3 in yellow, Cameron Heaps. And off the outside in red, it is Dan Bewley. Trying to expect the riders just taking their time here. Rain is falling here in Manchester. But as we've seen on numerous occasions before, the track here does hold up very well indeed. So coming to order for heat number 3. Marshall happy, he walks away. Let's fly away they go. A little start down to the first corner, and Danny King for the Witches gets there. Steve Worrell's moved off the line, and Cameron Heaps looking for a way through. Worrell, meantime, trying to come down on the inside here of Danny King. So it's King out front from Worrell. Cameron Heaps riding on his outside. Here comes Dan Bewley through on the inside of Heaps. And Bewley through on the inside of the Witches man. Once again, 2 races in 1, like we saw in the opener. Worrell has Danny King in his sights. Bewley, having got through to third, will try to keep Cam Heaps behind. Heaps, in fact, loses some ground there. Looking good for the 2016 British champion, Danny King out front, and if anything, pulling away from Steve Worrell. Dan Bewley shared race situation. A lap to go on Danny King, under no pressure here from Steve Worrell now. So Ipswich certainly have turned up and performing well so far this evening. King wins it, Worrell home for second, Bewley for third. Fine stuff from the Ipswich switches. Number 3, Danny King. Acknowledgement back to the Aces pair. Bewley fortunately salvaging third spot ahead of Cam Heaps. So Danny King this time coming around on a lap of honour. So good stuff from Danny King. He wins it. Second man home, Steve Worrell. Third went to Dan Bewley. Shared race, and progressively the score moves on. 7 to the Renchuck Bellevue Aces. 11 to the Ipswich Switches.
Dan Bewley. 3 to the Aces, 3 to the Witches. 3-3. And the score after 3 heats. The Bellevue Renchuck Aces 7. Ipswich Switches 11.
On we go to heat number 4. And the first time on track this evening for Kenneth Bier for the Renchuck Bellevue Aces, just off his machine down in front of us, just packing down gate 4. Similarly, Christian Piszek, his first ride for the Ipswich Switches, wearing the white helmet colour here. So the full lineup for this heat 4, Jake Allen, he goes in yellow gate number 1. Reserve change with Dimitri Berger back out here in blue, gate 2. Christian Piszek goes in white, gate 3, and off the outside in red it will be Kenneth Bier. Well, Christian Piszek's been in fine form for the Witches, starred in their performance down at Swindon the other week, just narrowly missing out on victory, courtesy of a storming ride from the former world champion Jason Doyle. Piszek's lined up and ready to go. We're just waiting for Berger here in the blue helmet colour, and they come to order. Heat 4. Where they go. Start for the man on the inside, Jake Allen. Piszek instantly cuts down on the inside of Berger, but Berger quickly around the outside of him. Kenneth Bier didn't get away from the outside. It's quickly into third. Berger fired up here, trying to cover on the outside of Jake Allen, the Australian, trying to block his run. But Berger won't be denied, and there's nothing between them as they come through to complete the first lap. Allen on the inside, trying to force Berger wide, but the Frenchman, whose wheels in line, storms his way to the front. Now can Kenneth Bier join him? Fine action once again, this time in heat 4. Berger runs slightly wide there, and Jake Allen through on his inside. Hell for leather in this 4th race. Berger back round the outside of that. Stunning ride from the Frenchman. Berger in this one. Jake Allen tried his level best to keep him behind. Bier's not too far away in third. Supposedly Piszek struggling, he's at the back. There's a smell of a burnt clutch in the air. Maybe that's Piszek's problem. Dimitri Berger coming in as a reserve change for Tero Arnio, and what a strong, great ride from him. One final challenge from Bier, but Allen will hang on. Once again, fine action. This time in heat 4, and Dimitri Berger doing the business in that one. He's going to come around on a lap of honour. The other 3 riders heading back quickly to the pits.
But that was a stunning ride from this Allen to it.
Good stuff from Dimitri Berger. The fans in the main grandstand enjoyed that. Berger with a win. Second man home was Jake Allen. Third went to Kenneth Bier, a 4-2, and progressively the score moves on. It's 11 to the Renchuck Bellevue Aces, 13 to the Ipswich Switches.
4 points to the Aces, 2 to the Witches, 4-2, which brings the score after 4 heats. The Bellevue Renchuck Aces 11. In less than a minute.
Time counting down on heat number 5. We are awaiting Steve Worrell, who's taking his time coming out of the pits. Obviously some adjustment, hoping to power him to the front in this one. We have the other 3 riders out the line already. We've had a mini track grade. Referee Chris Gay keen to kick this meeting on. Any 10 heats, of course, to have a result declared. So as Worrell arrives, the full lineup from the inside, it is Dan Bewley, gate 1 in red, gate 2 in yellow, Richard Lawson, gate 3 in blue will be Steve Worrell, and off the outside in the white helmet colour, it is Chris Harris. Chris Harris was having some bike problems ahead of tonight's meeting, having to get an engine sorted, so was working really hard in the pits pre-meeting. So the 4 riders come to order for heat number 5. Where they go. Nice start from Worrell and a good one from Bewley. And it's the aces at gate 1 and 2. Harris trying to come around the outside of Worrell on one wheel. Competitive action on the first and second corner. Here comes Harris throwing it out wide, as Harris loves to do. And Harris has got it to second ahead of Worrell. Worrell beats up a pace there, looking to respond back down on the inside of the 3 times British champion. But Bewley this time with plenty of pace out front, looking good. Harris chasing hard. Worrell in third with Richard Lawson at the back. No mistakes from Dan Bewley, made a lovely start from the inside and pulling away from Harris. So the aces, if they can bring home this heat advantage, a 4-2 would level on the scores. Harris about 10 metres ahead of Steve Worrell, but Worrell's not going to get to him as they head out the back straight for the final time. Great stuff from Dan Bewley. He wins it. Harris home for second. There goes Steve Worrell. And the aces take a heat advantage. 2 4-2s on the spin, which has levelled up the scores. Dan Bewley will be hoping for a similar performance on Friday. As Hayley mentions, representing Team GB in the Under-21 Team Championship here at the National Stadium on Friday evening. So, good stuff for Dan Bewley. Bewley taking the win. Second man home, a battling ride from Chris Harris. And third went to Steve Worrell, a 4-2. And after 5 races, it's all square. It's 15 points apiece.
Third in blue, Steve Worrell. 4 to the aces, 2 to the witches, 4-2. The score after 5 heats. The Bellevue Retro Case is 15. Ipswich Witches 15.
The 2 aces boys at the tapes for heat number 6. Max Frick, what a fantastic ride he pulled off in his opening ride of the evening. Hoping for more of the same, I'm sure. The 2 witches boys now arrive for this 6th race. The full lineup from the inside, it will be Christian Piszek. He goes in white off gate number 1. Gate 2 in red for the Rentra cases, the captain Max Frick. Gate 3 in yellow, it will be Ed Kennett. And off the outside in the blue helmet colour, Jamin Lidsey. So all square after the first 5 races. And the aces take another heat advantage to put themselves in the lead for the first time tonight. It will be an ultra competitive meeting, 2 very strong sides. Ipswich chasing a playoff berth in their first season back in the top flight. Pushed the aces all the way in the first Premiership fixture here between the sides about 5 or 6 weeks ago. Coming to order for heat number 6. Away they go. Nice start for Max Frick off gate 2. Jamin Lidsey with a strong first corner as well from the outside. And Lidsey slots into second. The 2 witches finding amongst themselves. It's Ed Kennett that slots into third. Piszek out the back. So a strong first lap from both aces men. Taken away and gone. And Lidsey bumping his way around the outside of the 2 witches men to slot into second. It's Ed Kennett chasing hard in third. Piszek once again struggling. Piszek out of straight orbiting at the back of the 2 partner Ed Kennett, who made a slight mistake directly in front of him. Last no concern of the aces boys, they're heading for home. Frick on his way to 2 out of 2. Jamin Lidsey, impressive ride from him as well. The aces, if they take their first 5-1 the night here, put them into the lead. Max Frick, what a stylish performer this young man is. Now the top corner he comes, just checks back, sees that it's Jamin Lidsey behind. Brilliant stuff of the aces men there in heat number 6. The 2 Aussie boys congratulate each other. Brilliant start for Max Frick there. But Jamin Lizzie wasn't to be denied. Powered his way around the outside off the second corner to hook up with Frick. And after that, despite Ed Kennett's best efforts, the Aces brought it home. First 5-1 of the night, which puts them into the lead. Frick with the win then from Jamin Lizzie. Third went to Ed Kennett, a 5-1, and progressively therefore, after 6 races, it's 20 to the Rentrock Bellevue Aces and 16 to the Ipswich Witches.
5 to the Aces and 1 to the Witches. 5-1. The Aces take the lead after 6 heats. 20 points to the Aces, 16 to the Witches.
Cameron Heaps, the last man to arrive at the takes for this heat number 7. Aces into the lead. From the inside then for this 7th race, it is Kenneth Bier in red, gate number 1. Gate 2 in white, it is Danny King. Gate 3 in blue, a reserve change with Tero Arneo replacing Dimitri Berger this time, and off the outside in the yellow helmet colour, it is Cameron Heaps. Well, Kenneth Bier perhaps didn't have the optimum setup in his first ride of the evening. Still on the same machine, and this time lining up off the inside gate, so hoping to make that count. Bier is the first one to settle down for this 7th race. Tero Arneo, the last man to come to order. Finally ready for heat 7. Away they go. Start for Danny King, but Kenneth Bier forces him on one side, and then we've got 3 down. Well, 2 down at least, because King and Tero Arneo have come down. King's quickly back up on his feet. All 4 is the call. And, well, dramatic stuff there.
The official verdict is all 4 riders will be allowed into the lead.
You can see away from the line as the takes flew. Kenneth Bier just forcing the issue on the first corner, and Danny King and Tero Arneo hitting the deck. Let's hope the fin's okay. Danny King is walking back already, but Arneo still down. Just an unfortunate passenger there in that melee. Paramedics over with Tero Arneo.
But he's sitting up. Just looks to be hopefully a little winded. Tero, of course, had a small accident a couple of weeks ago in Poland, injured his hand, which of course prevented him from racing for us last week.
Arneo's back upon his feet, that's good to see, and that's warmly received by the Aces fans. I'm sure Chris Gay, the referee, will allow him some extra time.
Fit enough to step out in the rear, and as we heard, the referee calling all 4 riders.
Hopefully Tero Arneo will be okay for the restart of heat number 7. Great to see that Tero Arneo and Danny King are okay to take their place in the restart. Chris Gay affording them as much time as he can, given the weather conditions, although rain's still falling, but seemingly, I was just going to say, seemingly not enough for Hayley to have her umbrella, and with that she's achieving that on the centre. So we'll remind you of the lineup, hopefully no problems this time around. Kenneth Bier going in the red helmet colour, gate 1. Gate 2 in white, it will be Danny King. Gate 3 in blue, it will be Tero Arneo. And off the outside in the yellow helmet colour, it will be Cameron Heaps. So riders coming to order for the restart of heat number 7. Sluggish away, however. There's the 2 Witches that pack into 2nd and 3rd. Danny King slightly in front of his team partner, Cameron Heaps, and does that bring Arneo back into play? Danny King chasing the dirt line, running wide on the 4th corner in an effort to plenty of work to do from there. Narnio with a bit more pace this time around than he showed in Heat 2. Share race situation with Belle making no mistake this time around from the inside. Narnio trying to run with momentum to hold down Heaps. Danny King still thinking about chasing after Kenneth Belle. It looks a bit shared race, and Ace's 4-point lead will be maintained. Kenneth Belle slowly out of shape on the fourth corner. So with plenty of experience to control that. Down the back straight for the final time. So Kenneth Belle bringing it home for the Rentra cases. Danny King's tried his best in second. Third will be Cameron Heaps, and Terra Arnio finishes at the back.
Everything at the back there, Terra Arnio, but it's all about the man at the front.
Good stuff from Kenneth Belle.
There is no stopping him around this national speedway.
He's coming around on a lap of honour. Credit to all the fans that have turned out on what is a rather unpleasant July evening. But for those that have, they will have enjoyed the action so far. Kenneth Belle and everything right there in heat number 7. Yeah, with the win. Second man home was Danny King. Third went to Cameron Heaps. A shared race, and progressively the score moves on. 23 to the Rentra Bellevue Aces and 19 to the Ipswich Witches.
After 7 heats, the Bellevue Rentra cases 23, Ipswich Witches 19. 23-19, the winning time 62.6.
We have 3 riders at the takes for heat number 8. As we expected, a reserve change with Berger brought out to replace Terra Arnio here. His team partner will be Jamin Lidsey. Richard Lawson for the Witches already at the starting gate, and we're awaiting Jake Allen's arrival. Jake Allen finished behind his team partner in heat number 2, but then finished at the back in heat 4. Correction, he finished second in heat 4. So, from the inside, in the blue helmet colour, it is Dimitri Berger. Gate number 2 in yellow, Jake Allen. Gate 3 in red, Jamin Lidsey. And off the outside in white, it will be Richard Lawson. Dimitri Berger on the inside, just packing down that gate 1 position. Kenneth Belle made it count in heat number 7. Of course, Aces get a run of inside gates 1 and 3 for heat 7 through 10. So perhaps these are the races that they need to capitalise. As you know that the Witches will come on strong in the final stages. Dimitri Berger, which is slightly out of shape on the first and second corner, and Jamin Lidsey says thank you very much, he comes through. Although Jake Allen quickly around the outside of his compatriot. Allen on the outside of Jamin Lidsey. Lidsey trying to block his run. Very little between these two as they come through to complete 1 lap. Berger out front but running wide as the track gets set greasier as the races can continue here at the National Stadium. Jamin Lidsey trying to force his way around the outside of Allen, but Allen thinks sensibly wide in the curve, and that's perhaps the line you need to go. He's found his way through on the inside of Berger. Berger though will not be denied. This Frenchman knows no fear, and he once again hits the front. Fabulous action in difficult conditions here at the National Stadium. Jake Allen once again comes through on his inside. Berger, he knows what he wants to do. He's trying to throw it back out wide. He's leg trailing. Here comes Berger. Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. He'll now cut down low. Intelligent riding for the Frenchman this time around. And Berger with a storming ride. Fabulous stuff from Dimitri Berger. He wasn't to be denied there. And Dimitri Berger brings the house down with an absolute crackerjack ride in heat number 8. Jake Allen, he knew what was working on the inside as Berger kept running wide, chasing the dirt, but conditions are such you've got to keep it down low, and Berger, having got around the outside on the final lap, cut down low and block the challenge on the final stages of Allen. A fabulous ride from the young Frenchman there in heat number 8.
The official result of heat number 8.
Berger with the win then. Second man home, Jake Allen. Third went to Jamin Lidsey. It's a 4-2 and progressively the score moves on. 27 to the Renchuk Bellevue Aces and 21 to the Ipswich Witches.
4 to the Aces, 2 to the Witches, 4-2. And the score after 8 heats is the Bellevue Renchuk Aces 27, Ipswich Witches 21.
Tactical substitute time in white for the Ipswich Witches here. Danny King replacing the outer sorts Christian Piszek. The full lineup for heat number 9. It will see going in the blue helmet colour gate number 1, Steve Worrell. Gate 2 in white will be Danny King. Gate 3 in red, Dan Bewley. And off the outside in yellow, Edward Kennett. So Aces up by 6 if they can negate the tactical substitute here. They'll be looking to bring it home over the last 6 races. Of course, everyone will be aware that should the rain deteriorate, the wind come down even heavier still, and perhaps we could have an abandoned meeting. 10 races is what you need to get a result. So I don't think there's much doubt that we might achieve that. So riders are taking their time here ahead of heat number 9. Starting Marshall, just checking with the 4 riders, he's happy, walks away. Away they go. Danny King makes a nice start, and then Kennett's made a reasonable one, but making a cap on the inside, Steve Worrell. Tight exit in the second corner, Dan Bewley with no way through, it's Worrell away. So Danny King in second, Kennett in third, although coming through on his inside, Kennett's fallen there on the top corner. And Dan Bewley comes past both the Ipswich men. The race continues, King trying to come back through on the inside, and Bewley looks to have done so. It's a strong ride from the Witches man. Kennett has remounted and pushes onto the centre. And Dan Bewley, I'm sure, will chase Danny King for all 4 laps. King once again runs wide. And Bewley says thank you very much. Have a repeat of the previous race with Allen and Berger. It's King and Bewley this time around. Absolutely nothing between these two. The racing at the National Stadium is just absolutely sensational stuff. Bewley and King. Bewley blocking the run of Danny King. King's coming to a halt. I think King's perhaps miscounted the laps. Oh, he's had to remove his goggles. He couldn't see anything at all. The tactical substitute's gone pop for the Witches as the Renchuk Aces take another 5 in heat 9. Well, Worrell and Bewley combined there. Worrell making no mistake for the start, but Bewley and King having an absolute sensational race once again. Disappointment for the Witches. The tactical substitute doesn't work. In fact, it goes the other way as a 5-1 to the home side, puts them up by 10 points, and favourites for victory now here at the National Stadium this evening. Great stuff from the Aces pair. Worrell with a win, Bewley for second. Third went to Danny King, a 5-1, and with 9 gone, the score moves on. It's 32 to the Renchuk Bellevue Aces and 22 to the Ipswich Witches.
White, Danny King. Superb walk with left ride in there from Danny. 5 to the Aces and 1 to the Witches. 5-1.
On we go then to heat number 10. 3 riders already here, and Danny King just making his way off the top corner. It's so unfortunate that for a summer sport, the rain's doing its best to spoil this meeting, but all credit to all the competitors for giving it a real good go. 2 full-strength teams, and an interesting, entertaining fixture as always here at the National Stadium. So the full lineup from the inside gates in the blue helmet colour, it is Jamin Liddy. Gate 2 in yellow, it is Cameron Heaps. Gate 3 in red, it is Max Frick, and off the outside in white, it is Danny King. So can the Aces pretty much put this meeting to bed, or can Ipswich respond? Still time for them to get back into this meeting. They started off brightly, but have faded since about heat 4 or 5. Coming to order then for heat number 10. Let's fly where they go. Quick with a lovely start. start on gate 3, and Lindsay's made a good one as well. And the Aces get to the first corner. The Witches will try to respond, but Lindsay with a lovely start, and Frick there as well. And once again, Max Frick loving to throw it out wide on the outside, and the Aces are away. The Witches unfortunately chasing shadows, it would seem. King in third. He's having a poor night. He's at the back. And Max Frick, what a stylish performer. Checking back to see where Lindsay is. I think it's the wisest choice tonight. Ride your own race with conditions as they are. But Lindsay, another young man, the world at his feet. He's going to soon find Cameron Heaps on his tail. Heaps coming from 1,000,000 miles an hour here. Heaps, as Lindsay looks across, Heaps went slightly wide there on the top corner. But Heaps trying to build up his pace. What can Cameron Heaps do? He's two-wheeling it round the second corner. And Lindsay's got to ride everything out of this one. Heaps will not be denied, however, and Cameron Heaps going hell for leather. Going to run to the flag, but Lindsay will hang on. Well, aim for effort from Cameron Heaps, my goodness me. Jamie and Lindsay had to use all of his guile and trackcraft to keep Cameron Heaps behind. And with back-to-back 5-1s, you suspect that that may very well be game over for the visitors. But take nothing away from the Rentschler Aces, who fell at home last week at the hands of the Pool Pirates, but are responding well, brilliantly well, here at home tonight. So 3 out of 3 for the captain, Max Frick. Second man home was Jamin Lizzie, and third, brilliant ride from Cameron Heaps. A 5-1, and thus the final, the score after 10 races. It's 37 to the Rentschler Bellevue Aces and 23 to the Ipswich Witches.
Second just on the line in blue, Jamin Lizzie. Third in yellow, Cameron Heaps. Special mention there for Cameron.
Riders at the takes for heat number 11 have announced that they'll have a quick track grade after this 11th race, but then straight on with the rest of the meeting. We've reached the point where we can declare a result. Fair play to the riders, it's only 25 to 9, so in an hour or so they've got through 10 heats, great stuff. And we had a stoppage, of course, in heat number 7. So the riders for this heat number 11. Chris Harris goes in the white tammy colour, gate 1. Kenneth Bier in red, gate number 2. Gate 3 in yellow will be Richard Lawson, and off the outside in the blue helmet colour, it's had a great evening, it is Dimitri Berger. Dimitri Berger now just turning away with 30 seconds on the clock. He will not want to earn an exclusion. Dimitri Berger just calming his nerves ahead of this one. So settling down for heat 11. Takes fly away they go. Start for the man off gate 3, Richard Lawson, and Harris has got there as well. And the Witches gate 1 and 2. Kenneth Pierre bundle sign on the first corner, and Ipswich responding here in heat 11. Harris out front, team partner Richard Lawson trying to come around the outside of him. Yeah, he's going to have to work hard to hold down Richard Lawson here, and for the first time tonight, Berger at the back. Getting close for first, second and third. The two Witches boys out front, so perhaps this meeting isn't done and dusted. Pierre looking for a way through here on the inside of Lawson. And Kenneth Pierre find a way through. He'll try to force Lawson into a mistake. The riders are all riding down on the curb. Harris out front from Lawson. Pierre not too far away. Just over a lap to go of heat 11. And Berger not out of it either. Kenneth Pierre in too much what to do here. Should he ride mid-track or keep it down low? He's got the pace, but can he get the bike in the right place? Lawson from Harris. Yeah, not too far away. I think Ipswich will bring this home. We've had to work very hard for it. One final challenge from Pierre. But the Witches do indeed take a 5-1 out of heat 11. And they instantly undo the Aces 5-1 from the last race. So congratulations between Harris and Lawson. They really worked hard in that 11th race, having made good starts. And both boys will come around in a lap of honour.
to 10 points, but it's still an emphatic gap.
So Ipswich, if perhaps the victory might be out of reach, and they're certainly battling for the consolation point, which could be oh so important in the final knockings in the league standings. So the win in heat number 11. Richard Lawson with the win. Second man home was Chris Harris. Third went to Kenneth Bier, a 5-1, and progressively the score moves on. It's 38 to the Renchuk Bellevue Aces and 28 to the Ipswich Witches.
1-5, which brings the score after 11 heats. The Bellevue Renchuk Aces 38, Ipswich Witches 28.
Back underway then here at the National Stadium. And a reserve change for the Ipswich Witches, with Jake Allen replacing Ed Kennett in this one. So from the inside, it is Jake Allen, gate number 1. Gate 2 in red, Dan Bewley. Gate 3 in white, Danny King. And off the outside in the blue helmet colour, it's Teru Arnio. So with that 5-1 in heat 11 for the Witches, still work to do for the Aces. They certainly don't want to concede another one here. But there's no doubt about it, gates 1 and 3 are advantageous. So important that Dan Bewley can do something here off gate 2. As you see, the tractor's gone around and just mix things up. Be interested to see if that makes any difference to the way they get away from the line as they come to order for heat number 12. It's a nice start for the Witches pair. Pass up from Jake Allen, and a good one also from Danny King. Now Bewley's got to give chase. Bewley already has got Jake Allen in his sights. He'll throw it out wide on the Australian, and Bewley coming around the outside trying to get into second spot. Allen with a slight mistake there on the inside. Bewley now cutting down low as Danny King riding the mid-track line. It's King from Bewley, just about shaking off the intentions of Jake Allen. Arnie out at the back, so not the debut the Finn would have wanted tonight. Coming through with 2 laps gone. Danny King on his way. Bewley, I think with just a bit too much to do this time around, but having salvaged second spot, will be another heat advantage for the visitors. There'll be 6 points between the sides, although rather there'll be 8 points between the sides with 3 heats to go. Danny King once again having a fight night here at the National Stadium. I'm so unfortunate the tactical substitute didn't work. So around the cup, Danny King with an impressive win there. He takes it, Bewley home for second. Third goes to Jake Allen.
A great job there by Dan Bewley to split the...
So an acknowledgement between the two Dans. Danny King getting the better of Dan Bewley this time around. No lap of honour. The riders are going to head back to the pits.
His team-partner Jake Allen comes home in third spot, 4-2 to Ipswich for the Renchuk.
So good stuff from the Witches man. Danny King with the win. Second man home, Daniel Bewley. Third went to Jake Allen, a 4-2, and progressively with 3 to go. It's 40 to the Renchuk Bellevue Aces and 32 to the Ipswich Witches.
In white for Danny King. Danny's winning time, quick one, despite the conditions, 62.69. 62.69.
So on we go to a vital heat number 13. Aces top 2 can combine here. It will give them the victory. But Ipswich, I'm sure, will be looking to Chris Harris and Christian Piszek in this one. Based on what we've seen so far tonight, you'd favour the Renchuk Aces, especially with 1 and 3. You look down there on gate 2, Chris Harris in the white helmet colour. He's riding the Godden motor. That was what was taking the time ahead of tonight's meeting for Harris to get that installed. So, the full lineup for heat number 13. Max Frick goes in the red helmet colour, gate number 1. Gate 2 in white, it will be Chris Harris. Gate 3 in blue, it will be Kenneth Bier. And off the outside in the yellow helmet colour, it is Christian Piszek. As you might expect, the riders taking their time. Nobody particularly keen to come to order. But they do now, and here we go for heat 13. Away they go. Quick with a lovely start off the inside, and Bier's made a good forward as well. Frick will block Harris, and does that allow Belle to get around the outside? Tight down the back straight. Harris into second. Belle on his outside. Harris blocks the runner. Belle goes right across the corner, and Belle will try to stall his way through on the inside. Does so. And Aces go 1 and 2. Frick on his way to another win. Belle and Harris going hell for leather on the first lap, but Harris, if anything, going backwards. Team partner Christian Piszek almost through on his inside. Coming through with Tula's got a heat 13. And this will give the Aces the victory here tonight. If they can bring this home, Piszek's given up. What a horrible evening the Poles had tonight. Hasn't scored from his 3 outings. Frick away and gone out front. Belle's had to battle for second. Harris won't give up until the checkered flag. And with a lap to go, RP13, the Renshrook Bellevue Aces are back to winning ways here tonight. And Max Frick leading the way. 4 rides, 4 wins for the captain, Max Frick. Frick takes it. Belle home for second, Harris for third. And the Renshrook Aces will be victorious here at home tonight. Aces fans on the back straight enjoyed that. Handshake between the two boys. They're coming around on a lap of honour. And they've been made to work hard tonight, but they've just had a bit too much more strength in depth over the Witches. And the Aces are delighted with the 5-1 there secured in heat 13. Max Frick with 4 out of 4. Brilliant stuff from him. Second man home, Kenneth Belle. Third went to Chris Harris, a 5-1. And with 2 to go, it's 45 to the Renshrook Bellevue Aces and 33 to the Ipswich Witches.
Second in blue, superb pick up there on the 24 pen was Kenneth Belle. 30 white.
We have 3 riders at the Tates for heat number 14. Aces have been victorious, and Ipswich need a couple of heat advantages, a 5-1 and a 4-2 over these last 2 races if they want to leave with a consolation point. But first and foremost, the priority is the arrival of Jake Allen. Jake Allen still in the pits, and he's got 45 seconds to go here. Fortunately, here at the National Stadium, we do have the countdown clock, which shows to everybody how much time is left. Jake Allen surges his way onto the circuit with 33 seconds to go, so I don't think he'll have any problems here. He'll make his way around off the top corner to take his place for this heat number 14. So as Jake Allen arrives for this 14th race, we'll take you through the lineup. It will see going in the white helmet colour, gate number 1, Cameron Heaps. Gate 2 in blue, Dimitri Berger. Gate 3 in yellow, it will be Jake Allen. And off the outside in the red helmet colour, it is Stevie Worrell. Down there for heat 14. Away they go. Nice start off the inside for Cameron Heaps, and Jake Allen's made a good one as well. And it's the Witches in gate 1 and 2, although slotting through is both Steve Worrell and Dimitri Berger. But Jake Allen on the outside won't be denied, and there's plenty of space here. He throws it right around the outside, and Cameron Heaps having to lock up there. And that's a stalling first time from the Ipswich man, Jake Allen, to hook up with Cameron Heaps. Now what can the Aces do here? Worrell will give chase in third, and Berger at the back. So Ipswich will fight to the last. Steve Worrell now cutting down low on the inside with 2 laps gone off P14. Steve Worrell trying to find a way through on the inside here of Cameron Heaps. Jake Allen, after a strong first lap, he's got the win here, you feel. And the Ipswich will indeed take it to a last seat decider in terms of a consolation point. Worrell losing pace throughout the race. Berger is now slotting into third. Jake Allen really riding the dirt here. Just checks across, sees that it's Cameron Heaps. Third is Dimitri Berger with one final effort from the Frenchman, but too little too late from him. The Witches cross the line together. They do take a 5-1. And there's just 8 points between the sides with 1 to go, and the Witches need a heat advantage to take a consolation league point. And to be honest, they probably deserve it as well, because they've certainly put on a good show in difficult conditions here in Manchester this evening.
Everything they had into it. But the Witches, even though they are defeated, they still got...
So 5 stuff from the Witches, 2 Australians. Celebratory wheelies from both of them down the home straight. Jake Allen with a win. Second man home was Cam Heaps. Third went to Dimitri Berger, a 5-1, and with 1 to go, the score moves on. It is 46 to the Renchuk Bellevue Aces and 38 to the Ipswich Witches.
Second in yellow, Jake Allen. Third in red, Steve Warren. What to the Aces?
Final action of the evening here then at the National Stadium. The rider nominations are in for heat number 15. We've already got 3 riders out of the tapes, and the man in the yellow helmet here, Cameron Heaps, just arriving now. So the full lineup from the inside, it will be in red Dan Bewley, gate 2 in white it will be Danny King, gate 3 in blue Max Frick, and off the outside in yellow is Cameron Heaps. Ipswich need a 4-2 or better to secure a consolation league point. They've battled hard, but the Aces have just had a little too much tonight. Once again, this National Speedway Stadium circuit holding up well in the rain. So the 2 Aces boys are ready for heat number 15. 2 Witches now oblige, and they come to order. Tony Marshall's happy with them. He walks away. There goes a lovely start for Danny King, but Max Frick, the captain of the Aces, gets to the first corner, instantly looks back. Dan Bewley stops into third, and Cameron Heaps at the back. So strong start for Max Frick, everything working for him tonight. Bewley being forced very wide there on the outside, and slotting through. On the inside of him is Cameron Heaps. Well, Danny King was ruthless there on Bewley, and Danny King has got Max Frick in his sights as well. So Frick, if he wants a full house, he's going to have to work hard over the remaining couple of laps, because Danny King knows what's needed here. King really fired up with Heaps in third. Bewley at the back, down the back straight they go for the third time. Max Frick with a 10-metre advantage over a hard-charging Danny King. Danny King right on his tailpipe now. Meantime, Bewley's got Heaps in his sights. So once again, 2 races in 1. Frick, I think, will bring home a full 15-pointer. But can Dan Bewley pull off something special on the final corner? They come round. So the Aces are going to take the win, and the Witches are going to come up just short. Max Frick making it count on the first lap, and despite Danny King's best efforts, the Witches, unfortunately, will go down by 8, and they will leave empty-handed. Max Frick, an absolutely sensational performance tonight with a full 15-point maximum. And I'm sure that Max will receive the pits at the pits gate, will receive the bumps even at the pits gate. All credit to the Ipswich Witches, and Max Frick certainly has stepped up several notches this year, and there was no stopping the Aces man here at the National Stadium this evening. So Frick with the win. Second man home in that one was Danny King. Third went to Cameron Heaps. A shared race, and thus the final score. It finishes 49 to the Renchuk Bellevue Aces and 41 to the Ipswich Witches.
The referee has personally asked me to thank both team managers and every single one of the riders this evening.
So Max Frick, a big win for the Bellevue Aces on the night here in Manchester. That's just what you guys needed.
Yeah, we needed those league points tonight, so it's nice to be able to pop out and see everyone doing really well tonight. Ipswich are a tough team, and the boys have done really well tonight to pull off a win.
I mean, the weather threw you guys a little bit of a curveball. It wasn't supposed to rain, but unfortunately it did for most of the meeting, but you guys seem to cope quite well with conditions.
Yeah, we've been lucky enough. We've had a dry day, and it just started raining right before the start of the meeting. So it rained all meeting, luckily only lightly, and we were able to crack on with the meeting, and everyone just kind of got their heads down and didn't complain, just got through it. So it's good to see everyone working well together, and hopefully we can carry that form to the away meetings.
I mean, we've heard Mark Lemons say that was the difference between this week and last week. So communication, very much a key part of your team meetings, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone's working hard together and trying different things with their bikes and trying to get everything working well. So at the minute, everything's good with the team. And hopefully that's a secret, and we can work it out for the away tracks as well.
I And just finally, that away form is going to be crucial for you guys in the run-up to the playoffs. Do you think you can do what you need to do at the away tracks?
Yeah, we need to make the most of these away meetings and try and secure a spot in the playoffs. It's going to be tight, but you know, the away meetings are hard, and we just got to crack on like we were tonight and work hard together and you know, pop out the starts and pick up as many points as we can.
Well done, Max. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
So the Bellevue Aces successfully returning to winning ways, and on this occasion denying the visiting Ipswich Witches a consolation league point on their visit to the National Speedway Stadium. And the home skipper Max Frick in inspirational form there with a stunning 15-point maximum. 7.51s in that fixture as well. 4 for the hosts and 3 for the visitors. But the Bellevue Aces making the most of a really strong middle section of that meeting to earn 3 Premiership points. We hope you have enjoyed tonight's action, and we ask you to keep your eyes peeled on our social media channels for details of our next Monday Night Speedway broadcast. Just to remind you of those, the website first of all, speedwaygb.co.uk, and then those social media channels. On Twitter, give us a follow at SpeedwayGB. On Facebook, search SpeedwayGB and like the page on there. Give us a follow on Instagram at Official British Speedway, and plenty of race clips to keep you entertained on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to Speedway Great Britain. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll catch you back very soon.